Hello again, my name is Kane Del Sol, and welcome to A Satanic Perspective. Today I will be continuing on the concept from some of my previous videos and explore the importance of devotion in magical work. You see, a lot of occultists, particularly of the left-hand path or mainstream Satanism, have this viewpoint that it is never good to be subservient, and thus it is never good to worship any deity, to the point in which some are either atheist, or view demons, angels, and other spirits as minions or slaves to be commanded. This is definitely popularized through the Solomonic methods, wherein the practitioner enslaves and commands spirits to do their bidding by way of will, and, sometimes, the power and name of God. That's not what I want to focus on, though. What I want to talk about today is the exact opposite approach, wherein the practitioner is the one who takes on the subservient role. Now, this is done for various reasons, and the people that do this may not necessarily be theistic. So let's break this down, shall we? Why would a Satanist who supposedly bends knee to no one and no thing be subservient? Well, reason number one is the work of the daemon. There is in common magic a widely accepted concept that mankind are more powerful than they think, be it that man is a sleeping god, or that we simply have extremely powerful psychic abilities that lay dormant. The core concept is that there is a type of power over reality that mankind holds that they cannot normally access. It must be tapped into through means of magic. There are a few different methods that I have come across, but the one I want to focus on in this instance is the work of the daemon. So the thought is that the mind has so many restrictions by way of anxiety, self-doubt, or even, shall we say, demiurgic intervention, that we have to create a back door. The thought is that we can tap into that power by externalizing it as a separate entity that is programmed to a specific intent, and giving it the necessary power, through belief. This is a daemon, the hidden spiritual power of mankind externalized as a spirit. These daemons work about as well as you believe they will. You see, a daemon is like a living sigil. It has as much power as is given to it, and it has what purpose you give it. In the same way, the more people believe in it in the same way that you do, the more power it has over reality itself. There are some that believe that certain gods, or even all gods, are just daemons that, shall we say, caught on. Anyway, the point is that once the daemon has been created, it has more power if you trust and believe in it. Thus, you take a role that, to those outside looking in, seems subservient. Reason number two is passion. There are those that believe Satan is not a true entity, but an energy. Thus, the means by which you tap into that energy is by giving yourself utterly into that energy. Thus, your daily life, thought, and mannerism becomes consumed by this current of energy that we call Satan. This could, from the outside, sometimes be seen as being subservient, because your identity and nature does become that of this force. Yet this is not necessarily seen as a degradation of any kind. Instead, it can be considered a fulfillment of being. To the Satanist that shares this viewpoint, Satan is the pinnacle of self, and thus to become as Satan is to become your truest, most perfect self. So even though it could be considered a devotional, submissive approach, it is all about self-empowerment and mastery, taking total control of your mind, body, and spirit. Thus, it can also manifest more subtly, even without notable difference in the personality of the practitioner. This is the one that truly stands out because it doesn't require a darker spiritual approach. In the Satanist expression, it sees Satan as strength, as the fire of life itself. In this form of Satanism, Satan just wants you to feel good and be the best version of yourself you can be, without all the guilt or second-guessing. And that's why, if we are to accept this form of Satanism as true, I would say it's a good idea to sell your soul to Satan. Because why do anything at all if you're not going to do it 100%? Especially if it's something you enjoy, why not throw yourself into it completely? Why not be the best version of yourself you could ever be? Which brings us to reason number 3, reverence. Because then, all we have left to consider are the theistic Satanists. This approach is on the exact opposite side of the spectrum of those we just spoke of. The theistic Satanist sees Satan, and likely also other daemons, as very real entities that can be contacted by means of magic. These spirits, or gods as some might call them, speak to mankind and provide hidden knowledge, divine wisdom, or even earthly riches and power. All they ask for in return is, you guessed it, our devotion. Some may ask for sacrifice as show of devotion, or even for the practitioner to convert others to be followers of said demon or god, because the only thing better than one soul is, well, more souls. For this approach, the reasoning for selling your soul would be obvious. Knowledge, power, all that stereotypical jazz at your fingertips, or maybe blues. Well, in this case, the soul can be considered under multiple possibilities. Some see this as simply meaning dedicating your life and work to this demon, thus giving all praise to the demon for your successes in life, and spreading the word and name of your new lord to others. Then, of course, some believe in an afterlife, so we must take that into account as well. This portion is covered more in depth in another video of mine, but suffice to say, many Satanists would consider this trade-off a no-brainer. So those are my thoughts on the matter. I hope you found it interesting. If you have any other questions or suggestions for future videos, leave a comment below. My book, Codex Aversum, is currently available through Aeon Sophia Press. I'll link it down below. But for now, my name is Cain Del Sol, and this has been A Satanic Perspective.